Hello everybody and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Revelations. We are going to be getting to collectibles in it. Yeah, no in it. So that's all I really have planned for this one. It's not really interesting, it's just me kind of talking about what I'm probably going to be doing the next couple episodes and what I have planned in the game. I have 6 of 10. That's interesting. That's really interesting. But after this one, we're basically gonna be done with Revelation, like the main game of Revelations, I should say, not with Revelations. Because after this one, I'm going to make I guess you call it a DLC series of the Lost Archive. So it won't be very long. It'll probably be moderately short. But that's the next phase of what we're gonna do. Because I think I said in one that I want to do absolutely everything I can in this game. So whatever the game has to offer, I'm gonna try to do it all. And I mean that in all the games, because one, I got all the flags. I really don't think I was going to, but then I was like, you know what? I think it would make for good content because, honest to God, all the ones that probably are getting them are outdated and old. And it's not like I made a guide or anything, but I made something. I made a fun little live stream of how it was annoying as hell, but it was something. Something different. Something from what I usually do. I know I'm kind of talking quiet, just I don't know. But I feel like when you do YouTube and shit, I'm just doing it for fun, so it's not like a full-time thing. But like, people like it, and when you're doing it, people they do challenges and things, but I just haven't I look up the game just to watch somebody play the game and nobody plays it. Like, nobody ever plays the game. And I know that sounds weird, but they don't just upload episodes of it, except one guy, but his stuff's old. I guess my first video is old as hell too, if you think about it, because I made it in August 2020, well, July 2023, so 2 years ago. Granted, I was Assassin's Creed and Siege, but it took me a while to finish not the first game, it's the second game. I started it, then I left, then I was just gone. I just disappeared. So it's that's kind of fucked up. Just disappearing off the face of the earth, basically. But I've been trying not to, but I'm a busy guy, you know?
Well, was it worth dying for?
Was it worth dying for? Yes, because I need it. But you know, I've been really thinking about it, and like I said, nobody really makes videos of it, which I think is a shame. They're great games. Sure, I should talk them, but that's because they do stupid things and it makes me mad. Like, what? You're climbing, then it jumps off, but that's just because of the parkour system. It's nothing other than the parkour system. I'm not saying the parkour system's bad. It's not bad. It's just that... Oops, I did it bad. It's not bad. It's just that I've been playing the new ones recently. Like, I want to play the new ones. I guess you could say that's a better way to say it. I want to play the new ones. But then it's like, well, why don't you just play the new ones? You don't have to play the old ones. And you're right. I don't have to play the old ones. But my thing with it is that the old ones are just, they're definitely better. I can't lie and say they're worse or I don't like them. I like the old games better than the new games. But the new games are good too. And you have the community divided into love. Like, I only love the new games because they started with the new games. They're like, well, this is fun. Like, this is good. Like, I get to explore ancient Egypt, Greece, Rome, all that. Rome, I said Rome. I'm sorry. I mean, England and Norway and Baghdad. Then those were like those ones, like, oh, Ezio and this and that characters. And the old ones, if you play the old ones and you play the new ones,
wasn't that well done?
you can feel the game get better but worse in a sense. And I know that sounds weird as all hell. It's like, well, better and worse. The mechanics do get better. But they only get better to a certain extent, I guess you can say. Because sometimes they fuck that shit up. They fuck it up bad. I know it's kind of a random topic to be on, but I want to play Unity. Like, I want to play Unity really bad. And the only reason I want to play really bad, I think, is because I'm 100%ing these. In Unity, it beat me. It was the one Assassin's Creed that I believe I couldn't fully 100%. Because I never 100%ed one before, so that was the first time, but I never tried. I never 100%ed two, actually, I think. I don't know, I didn't 100% two, but I do know I had, no, I did before, once before. I've never 100% Brotherhood or Revelations. That's for sure.
Damn. What are you doing?
It's supposed to be over here. Oh no, it's treasure. I thought it was a fucking fragment. Well, that's embarrassing. But honestly, I haven't 100%ed a lot of them, but I've 100%ed 3 story, but not the other stuff. All of Black Flag, all of Rogue, almost all of Unity, all of Unity's DLC, all of Syndicate, and then that's it. Because, nope, I 100%ed, I've never 100%ed what's his name, Origins or Odyssey, but I have 100%ed Valhalla, and that took an insanely long amount of time. Like, that was fucking horrible. I got that one. Like, you think I'm kidding? No, that was like the worst shit ever. I do not recommend doing that, even though I'm gonna do it again for the videos. But that was a bad time. Like, if you ever want to like actually physically hate something, then I suggest you do it. But like, I hated everything when I was doing it. Oh my chest, thank God. Like, I think it took me 150 36 hours.
Kill himself moving like that.
It took me like, I believe it was 72. Like, I grinded out 72. Then I couldn't, I had to take a break. So 3 whole days. And I think I did that in like 7 days. So I was like putting in the fucking work. And then I took a break for a long time. Then I came back. And I had like 3 more areas to do. And I did them. And oh my god, was I like brain dead. That shit is... It's so meaty. And I know I've tried Origins. I've gotten decently close, but then I had all those small camps and just little things. And I've tried Odyssey. But I think what I'm gonna do in those games is I'm going to do something a little different than what I usually do, and I'm gonna go by area. No, well, that's what I usually do, but I'm gonna go by area, like, yeah, area, like I did in Valhalla, because that made it more manageable, like doing one area at a time, getting everything in it, and if I couldn't get it at that time, I'd come back and try again later. It made life just easier. But it just sucked. It's gonna suck. Where am I right now? I'm all over here. Did I just get that one? I think I did. But I think it was all worthwhile in the end. Like, I feel like I actually accomplished something when I did that. Which is not much, because, you know, it was grueling, mind-numbing. It didn't make me feel good about myself at the time, but I think if you, like, if you're gonna do it, it's gonna take you a long while. Because I try to, like, sit through it and do it in one, like, sitting, like, playthrough of the game. I don't suggest you do that. It's so excruciating. What one did I just go get? Where am I at? I'm right here, right? Well, this one's this one. I'm sorry, this is confusing the hell out of me. But, you know, it's a good time. Oh my god. Mirage, I have 100%ed. That one, it wasn't hard. It was just, I believe it was annoying. Like, there's the books. Because to technically 100%, you gotta get all the books. And I never did, so I guess I didn't. Then, what, Shadows? I did not 100%. I did beat the game. Great story. Would recommend. They added a lot of new cool stuff, which I'm excited to see in the new games coming. But I'm gonna try to push this, and I'm gonna try to get 3 and 4 done, and I don't know,
Oh, never
and like
mind.
for the end of the year, I guess. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it'll work. But I'm gonna try. And that's all I guess that really matters, but I know I keep saying I'm gonna try stuff and I never do it. But that one I'm gonna uphold. Because I'm not gonna lie,
You see what happened, yeah?
I beat 3's campaign one day. 3's campaign is so it's I don't want to say easy, but it's really easy since they changed the health system in that one game, and the health system makes you overpowered. Like you can't fucking die unless if you're like jump off something really tall. And there's only really one hard mission in it. And that's a Chesapeake Bay one, I think it is, or something like that. It's with boats, but that's the only hard one, and that's like sequence 6 or 7. Like it's really late into the game. So if you're, I don't want to say good, but gonna be one episode that it's gonna make me go insane. Because I think for that one, I know I like to split up into like, well, it's this and side mission stuff. But
That's a man, not like Costa.
I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do it. I may do. I don't know. It's not a lot of side stuff. The ship stuff, but like your ship has to be like maxed out to like really enjoy them. So I don't know. I'll figure it out when I'm doing it. And there's like the little stuff like the hunting society and those. I don't know if you would want to see that done, but those would take a while, and I don't know. That one's gonna be structured weirdly because 4, I believe I know how I want to structure 4, and that's gonna be like, it's gonna be I do a few, well, like 2 or 3 sequences depending on how long they are. Then on that third one, I'm gonna go to island to island. Like I'm gonna pick a few islands, gonna take them, I'm gonna explore, I'm gonna do all the collectibles, all that jazz, all that stuff. That's the goal, at least. Like I have the like idea, I just don't know if I can put it into fruition. Because it's all dependent, you know, it's all dependent on like how the day goes, what I'm feeling. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be main missions, then it's gonna be I did these islands, and same with the rogue. It's gonna be main missions, then it's gonna be islands and ship shit and yada yada yada. Then it's Unity is also gonna be a little weird because Unity, you have access to everything, but then you have the stars. So if you just get a lot of money and you buy high level armor, you can do anything. So I think Unity will be like, do the few missions, get your assassin shit. It's gonna be like, try to get as much money, do all the side activities, blah blah blah. Stuff like that, you know? It only took 20 minutes. That felt longer in my head. So we're gonna start with this small island. I know I'm kind of rambling about it, but like, I'm just trying to like get my thoughts out there, and I know I do that a lot.
Very well. Die.
But the only reason I'm doing it right now is because I just like to get my thoughts out every now and then because they change, they do. In Unity, I don't know how I'm gonna play Unity, honest to God. Oh my God. See, that's why I don't like the old games sometimes. Like, I didn't back eject. I didn't even hit the buttons to back eject. I literally I hit the button to jump up and it back ejected. But yeah, Unity Syndicate, I know how I'm gonna do Syndicate. I'm gonna do it by burrows. But I don't know if I should. I think I'm gonna do Unity by its like star level because I'm gonna be like a certain level, so I'll do all the 1-star areas and 2-star and yada yada yada. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. It's just stuff like that though, you know? Why would you jump on the fucking boat when there's water all around you? Constantinople's gonna give me fucking hell, bro. I already can feel it. I shouldn't have done this today. I'm probably gonna split this shit up into 2 episodes. I can already feel it in my soul. It's not gonna end up good today. But Syndicate, I know how I'm gonna do it. And like I talked about the new games, but it's really just 3. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And 3's the next one. Then we gotta do the DLCs. I forgot about the Tyrant of Washington Tyrant, or the fuck King Washington's Tyrant Sea or some stupid shit. I forget how to say it.
What are you up to?
Then you got
Lovely. I don't want to.
you got Liberation, you got Freedom Cry. I mean, I say Far Cry. Yeah, Far Cry. That was it. I wanted to play the Far Cry games. I thought about it and like I could play the first ones on like the first and second one. I can play the first one and the first one part 2 or whatever the fuck it is called on my Xbox. Like I could. Like it's available to me. So I could play it. But then the people I saw somebody do a review over it and it's like they're linear based games like the Assassin's Creeds. They're linear based and they're not very good. But then Far Cry 2 is, I hear that one's like more RPG based and decently good. And 3, 4, and 5 are on the game. Well, 4, 5, and 6 are on the Game Pass. I have the Game Pass and I have 5. And I can get the other ones relatively easy. So I was thinking about doing those as well. Because they seem like fun. I haven't actually like played them. I played 5. But I'm pretty sure 5 is the only one I played some of. I played the beginning of 6 and I played the beginning of, well, no, I played all of the 4th one, but on a PlayStation a long time ago. I think I got this one. I'll just leave it unmarked just in case though. But yeah. I know it's like, damn, you play a lot of Ubisoft games, but I like Ubisoft. Ubisoft is sure it's gone to shit recently. I'm not gonna like defend them. They've done some heinous shit recently that they should be very ashamed of. But they make good games. They made good games, and they make Assassin's Creed, and I love Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a good game franchise. Even though I hate on it and I say it's the worst ever sometimes, like, I know I did it in 1, I know I did it in 2, I definitely know I did it in Brotherhood and Revelations. Because Brotherhood is the tank mission of the Da Vinci shit. I was losing my fucking mind on that. I don't think I saw that, I think I cut out most of the fucking raging. Like, but I was going off, like I was losing my mind. And this one is the, I kept it in my last video, part 6, or the end. I think I called it part 6, not the end. I need to change that. But, you know, it was just making me go loco. It was not good. It was bad. I was going fucking crazy. But, you know how it is. I get that I shit talking a lot, but it's a good franchise. It's just, it upsets me a lot. It does stupid things, and it makes me want to fucking hurt things so bad. Because the parkour is a little jank, sure. The combat's never really been bad. What? Oh, my fucking monitor shut off. What the hell? What the fuck? I'm sorry. I was lost. I was like, what the hell's happening? My monitor decided it wanted to not work. These aren't very far either. Like, the maps look big for no reason. These maps aren't as big as they make them out to be. Like, you would think these maps are huge, and they do. They feel huge when you're running around in them. But it takes like a minute to traverse like fucking 500 meters or steps in this game. Which isn't that bad with how much distance it seems like you're covering. Like I think it was like the 1,000 one the other day to get one of those papers. I was like, damn, that felt like it took forever. It took me 2 minutes to run that distance. I'm like, oh, I'm just being weird. It felt really long. But I think it's because you're not supposed to immerse yourself as them, but you are. Because the whole point of the game is you're a dude. And that's why I like Black Flag and Rogue. Because the dude doesn't have a name. You're just the nickname they call you or whatever. So you're just a dude who's going into the genes or the genetic history of someone else. That's it. You're that guy. And this one, you're like the co-controlling Ezio in this. Like, that's what I see it as, at least. Like, the first game made it seem like he gets to play as them, but it's more like he just gets to relive their history.
Why the hood? What is he hiding? Hey!
So it's like if he's reliving his history, isn't he like playing as them? It's like, no. And then why is there desynchronization? Because he is playing as him. But it's like what you said, he's not. That's where it gets kind of confusing because he is, but he isn't.
Move! Get out of the way!
Are you shitting me? Of course I'll dive in to get it, but that's stupid. Like, how am I supposed to get back up there? It just things like that that make you think. And if you really get into like the lore of the games, it's all pretty cool. Because the whole like story of how the Assassins got started is like Iron Bike. They fought these group of people who killed their son, and Bike was just in it for the revenge. But then Aya, she wanted to make something more out of it, basically. She wanted more out of it. She wanted to like destroy everything. She was more on like Templarish, but not Templarish. She still had her ideals. Like she was like a real grieving person. Like she wanted to like just murder. While her husband was a nice good old lad who was angry only at them and the guards who were trying to kill him because of them. But he tried to help people still. Because he's a good dude. He didn't like the corruption in the world. That's why they split up. But, you know, they made the Brotherhood, yada yada yada. They set up a bureau in Egypt. That's where they got like the castles and stuff. And then you fast forward to Mirage, Baghdad. That's where their first stationary hideout came. Then they had other smaller ones, like in England. They had some before, like a few hundred years before. But like before, the game took place in Valhalla, yeah. And it's like, they were here, but then something happened. But then they had a lot of stations, I guess, like small setup places. But they like I guess the easiest way to say is like in Assassin's Creed 1, you had the Mastaf Castle, their main HQ, but then you had the bureaus, where they investigate the city, help people, yada 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 yada. But then Altair, like at the end of his life in this one, it showed that he's like, leave the castle, don't ever return. There's nothing here. It's just a place. A place that shows arrogance. Because it's saying, here's where we are, we can win in a fight if you try to attack us. Because we're so skilled. And Altair is like, yo, honestly, the Mongol army, we fought them off, but they fucked us up. And he's like, that's just arrogant to have a giant castle for no reason other than to prove our enemies wrong and that we're strong. So instead of having all of assassins in one place, he decided to send a few to each like city. But I think that's where shit kind of got fucky, because he didn't send a lot of them. Like he let them go. He's like, but still fill our tendon by Creed. And then like he knew where they went, but like a lot of them didn't go to the same places. So it's like, what's the point if all your assassins aren't there to protect their master? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't want that. But then I'm like, I guess there can be multiple mentors. But like, I feel like it's self-sabotage in a way, but not really. just gets me thinking, you know? That's what these collectible hunts are about. It's literally just me buying time except to look around for these things and not knowing what to do or say. So I talk about whatever. And it's just... I'm just curious about his mindset because the whole... Altair and Ezio are just interesting characters because the whole premise is they are literally just here to give a message to Desmond. That's the only reason they lived and shit. That's actually gonna piss me off. Like I was saying, like Altair's whole thing for living was to give one message to Desmond Miles. It wasn't even Desmond, it was to guide Ezio in a sense. Yeah, no, like his whole purpose was to show Desmond that strange shit happens in the world. Why is there another hair bell over here? I may have to try to get this one. It's starting to piss me off. Like I was saying, they're just weird characters. Because they made Altair just an arrogant son of a bitch, insufferable. Nobody fucking liked him. Then they made him from insufferable to the best assassin ever. Which I'm cool with. That's cool as fuck. It's like such an underdog story. Like, hated to loved. But it's like, what made him change? Yada yada yada. It shows you very well in the first game. But then, after the first game, he kind of gets like weird. You could... What? What? Nah. It's shit like that pisses me off because my fucking hook blade went straight through that shit. That means you should have caught it. But then, like, throughout the like memories we see in this game, it's like, well, yeah, he's becoming more and more wise, but like, he goes from arrogant to wise pretty quickly, but then he goes from wise to like sage type fucking wisdom. Because did you see I talk to a bus? Like, bro, why are you talking like that? You're a 20-year-old. It's like, you're talking like you're 50. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Great story though. Like, I know they made more Altair for like PSP and shit, but they really need to remake the first game and then make like a DLC and make his life beforehand and make him arrogant as all fuck and show us what he was really like before. Then show us what he was like after. But not like immediately after, like 20 years after. Or something, like when he was on the run, maybe, I don't know, something cool. But I guess a lot of his time was really just him studying the apple. Because not, I don't want to say he's obsessed with it, but he's 100% obsessed with that shit. Like he was going crazy with it. Oh, this one's like really weird. Why? Why more of these things? I thought we got rid of these. Why are they back? Yeah, but then Ezio's whole purpose was to show Desmond, like, I don't want to say change, but what the? Show Desmond that I guess show him like he's more than what he thinks he is. What? Like, no. This is gonna make me just stop playing it and fucking pick up another day. Because this shit's pissing me off. Like, I'm making the jump. He's making the jump. The hook blade should catch it. See, catch it. Like, pissing me off. So stupid. But I'll tell you, her purpose for Desmond is to show him that, to teach him that he's basically more than what he thinks, and Ezio's was just fucking a great story. I don't know why they were so obsessed with him. Like the first one, they were looking for the apple. Then no, the first one they were just trying to train him, but subject 16 was obsessed with fucking Florence, Italy. So he fucking went there because he had an ancestor there. Then bro, like, finds a piece of Eden. And then they're like, well, we gotta find the piece of Eden. It's like, why do we have to find the piece of Eden? Because the Templars know about it. Well, how the hell do they know about it? It was so confusing. Like, how did they know about it? I don't remember, because the vault, I think. But then they find it, and then he goes in a coma after he kills Lucy, and then this game happens. And I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on? I'm like, we have such a random sequence of events. Like, what is going on? Seems I'm gonna have to go send my assassins to defend these places. I don't know. It's a confusing storyline. But it's a good storyline, but it just has a lot in it. Like, I can sit down and try to, like, analyze it for hours. But it's just like, some of the decisions made no sense. Like, none at all. Other than that, you know, they could do whatever they want since it's their game.
Well, that's certainly audacious.
It just, it was, I don't know. Like, one, there were a lot of good aspects in it. Like, good lessons, like, don't be arrogant, don't be brash, because the whole thing with it is, the whole thing with one is because Desmond was a arrogant, well, he was a brash young man who didn't want to be assassins because his parents forced it on him. And then they showed him a guy who was born into the life, lived nothing else, and then still made the most of it. Like, fixed it, changed it, slowly fucking fixed something that was broken. And you have Ezio, a guy who was, then it went to his next situation, which was, he was basically being, not forced, because he willingly agreed to it, but he was put in a situation where it was like, either go back to your assassin roots, or keep being babied and watch people die, because you don't want to man up and take responsibility in a sense of the things you caused. So then they showed him a man whose family was accused of something that they weren't, and then he was thrust into this crusade of revenge. And then he gained skills, he gained knowledge, he gained fighting experience, knowledge, he gained all this stuff. Then he learned of a mysterious entity called Desmond. You know what that entity was? He just heard its name once before. In a vault that was made out of advanced technology that he's never seen before. And then he went from a man who was thrusted into it into making it his life, his mission. He made it his literally everything. Just to eventually be like, I've spent my whole life fighting other people's battles that I haven't time to live for myself. Which is a valid concern. Because you gotta remember, bro had Christina, but she was willing to come with him. But he's like, no, Christina. He's like, I love you too much. I don't want you to get hurt. But then he kept butting into her life, and eventually, I believe the Templars found her. And they killed him because they knew. Because he kept wiggling his way back into her life, even though she was a married person. And she even said this to him. She said, if I could, I wish I could have married and been with you instead. And as Ezio watches her like die, he's like, I wish we could have been together too, Christina. They just never loved anybody else again. And then in the beginning, like him and the Christina, whatever the fuck her name was, like had sex and like, you know, I'm doing this out of politics. He's like, yeah, I know. And I thought he liked her, but I think he was just sad because she died pretty recently. I forget like exactly when it was, but like in the game storyline, it was like only like 5 years or something max. Like it was really recent, and I don't want to say it ruined him, but it did devastate him to a different extent. It's just little things like that. And then you have just complete heartbreak, and then you have him getting revenge on the only other man that he could call like a father figure to him, dying in front of him again. But this one was completely his fault. Because he didn't kill the man he wanted to kill, that killed his family. He decided to show him mercy. He didn't have to. But he decided, what's me killing this one dude actually gonna accomplish? He's like, I've destroyed everything. I was like, the only thing he has is the thing called the Pope. He doesn't have the staff. He doesn't have anything. He's just a man. And he let him live. Which, honestly, was a bad idea. But he let them live. And he blamed himself, yada yada yada. But then, this is like in this game, it finally showed him more as a like human than a machine. Because in all the other games, he acted like himself when he was like not really like had the hood up, when he had it down and he's with people he trusted. But in this game, even with the hood up, he acted kind of the same. He wasn't flirting with every woman he saw. He wasn't being his old young self. Even when he was in the 40s, he did that. Because I think he was trying to change himself. Because in Brotherhood, he was really just trying to get over the fact that he was getting old. Like, he wasn't this young, charismatic, could do anything guy anymore. He was this guy who's getting old, and everybody kept telling him he was getting old. And he uses charms here and there, but he wasn't like flaunting them like he used to. It was just more of like a subtle drop here and there, like, yeah, I'm pretty good looking, I guess. Stuff like that. And it makes you think, like, why would he, like, what was the point, you know? But then in this one, he only uses charms on Sophia, like charisma, that the natural charisma he has, all that stuff. He only used it with Sophia, which is pretty cool. Because then, as time goes on in this game, he even said in the game, he's like, I haven't felt this way in a long time. Like, ever since Christina. And so, I mean, what's her name? His sister. I forget her name. Claudia. He's like, Claudia, I haven't felt this way since after what happened to Christina. And his sister knows that he has been like a little sad over that shit, you know. Which is fair. The woman that he loved died in front of him. He watched her die. So it's fair that you'd be a little sad in life. You'd be a little down. But then he is telling her that he's finally, after these years, he's finally ready to move on from her, basically. That someone new came into his life and he's ready to advance and not be stuck on her. Which I thought was really interesting. Because that's like new character growth in him. Because Ezio's whole character is that basically he's a womanizer. Like, he can get any woman he wants, and he doesn't want to settle down. And that's what it made you think. Like, he left Christina because he don't want to be bound down by somebody. But even at that age, he's like, what I'm about to do is stupid. It's dangerous. It's probably gonna get me killed. But then, so he's like, I can't put somebody that I love in danger. And he did it in this one too. He showed that same resolve. Like, he's like, I love this woman, but I can't be with her. He's like, I can't even try to be with her until I've resolved this. Let's see what I'm looking for. So until I resolve this. The chaos.
What a fantastic.
And then he finally gets what he wants. All the pieces of Eden. Yada yada. And then the guy who he sees a lot of himself in, which is Yusuf, is dead. But he had all the big guards, which even honestly, the big ones, the only reason that Ezio can defeat them so easily is because he's the main character. But he was overwhelmed, Yusuf, and he killed them all before he died. Then what killed him was, it was a stalker. If you weren't aware, I'm not gonna 100% confirm that and say I know what I'm talking about, but if you look at how it is, the stalkers in this game are just random people who walk into places and then, you know, stab you, kill you. And that's what it seems like what happened is Yusuf like defended the place, killed them all, helped Sophia, then another person walked in, was like, oh my god, are you okay? And then their usual bam, stabbed and killed them. So it's like he died doing the one thing the guy he respected the most put him up to. Ezio's, he's angry about him. That's like, you could hear the anger in his voice when he was talking. But then he was angry about Sophia too, because he finally found a person he connects with again, which is in a lot of ways pretty sweet and sentimental. Like, he found the person he connects with the most. Found the woman that he loves, yeah. And so on and so forth, you know? It's a pretty sweet story. Tale as old as time. Not really as old as time, but it's a pretty old tale, honestly. And I'm gonna just quit yapping about that for now, because I'm probably gonna take a break, come back later, talk about whatever the fuck I talk about then. So I'll see you. I hit my home button. I do that when I'm still talking. I'll see y'all. I come back. Bye bye. For now, we're not done. It's been like 2 days, I think. But we're just gonna get right back into it. Shouldn't be too much left. I just have the just the data fragments, and we got a good portion of the mainland done, so it's the final stretch. I forgot I had these. I don't know if I mentioned my weapon changed. It's because I did a thieves mission. I got their weapon. You know, I realized I take like a pause after I get one of them. I tweak them like on map genie. I know, crazy. I have to look up where they are. But I'm just marking them off as we go. Because there's 5 of them that I have no clue where they came from. Oh, I know where this one is. It's inside the ship. I believe I said that when I saw it during the mission, when we were in here. I was like, oh, that's a good mental note to have. That it's just right up in there. Because we ran over it. I'm pretty sure I said something like that. I don't know. I may be crazy. I lose my mind a lot, as you can tell. I try not to, because, you know, it's like, it's a video game. Why are you getting so mad? Well, I love this video game, and it's pissing me off. That's why I'm getting so mad, you know? Sorry that I keep going quiet. I'm snacking while I game. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm not really tired, but I am hungry. So I got snacks before I started. And I'm trying not to eat a lot of them, but, you know, it is what it is. Damn. I was like, all my HP. Okay. Yep, I knew it. I don't know what I was gonna say. I do know why I got so mad. That fucking one fragment was like in that spot, making me lose my mind. I know why I got mad. After I got mad, I got kind of like sleepy. Now it's the middle of the night, but I'm not tired. But I don't know. It's I'm not gonna say I lost my hype for the game, because I still love this game. I like endings to things, so I think that's why this one's like in my like realm of favorites, because it's the ending to the 2 best characters, probably of the whole series. Franchise? It's a franchise. And I know it may be a little ambitious of me to say, but please don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are some great characters. But that being said, I'm just saying that Ezio and Altair are the best because they're iconic. Maybe not so much Altair, but Ezio. Everybody knows this guy. Like he's the assassin, the man, the myth, the legend. Like that's why I say it, because even people who haven't played the game and know all the shit like I do, if I say the name Ezio Auditore and they're anything familiar with video games, I'd be like, oh, that's the assassin guy, right? Or they'll be like, yeah, I've heard of him before. And Altair, if you have played the game and you know stuff about it, that guy has been mentioned, I'm pretty sure, in almost every single fucking game. Which that in of itself just like baffles me. Because I'm gonna say dick riding, but the assassins, they dick ride his name hard. But I mean, it's valid. It's valid. Because bro is the epitome of the best. But like I said, I personally, character-wise, I don't think there's really been any super like, oh my god, I can't stand this guy character. Like, sure, some of their like quirks that are like, well, it's cute the first couple times, and I was kind of meh. Like a perfect example of that is Honor. Love him. Assassin's Creed 3. I saw a video on YouTube that's like, I don't know why people like seeing if people actually hate is like why, like if the hate around Assassin's Creed 3 is valid. I'm like, people hate Assassin's Creed 3. I'm like, sure, there's some janky things about it, like their health system mainly. That's my biggest gripe with Assassin's Creed 3. But I'm like, that game was fucking awesome. I'm like, what gripes do they have with it? I just feel all of them are popping up on the map. I don't know why they're all popping up on the map. But I don't know if it's a bug or if that's just what happens, but I'll take it. So I guess I don't really need my map thing, but let me just do a quick slide by because I know I got one of these on accident over here. So on the map, on the map, on the map. No, wait, that's a different one. It's these two right here that are off the map. Got you apparently. Got you apparently. On. Got that far one. I remember getting that one on accident. Interesting. But like I said, speaking of Connor, like he screams "Give me Lee" a lot, like a stupid amount. Sorry, I completely forgot what the hell this was. That way. And sure, the first couple of times like, it makes sense, but then he just starts screaming at random people. And I'm like, bro, what are we doing? And my gripe with, I actually really like Edward. I like his character development. But the thing I don't like about it is, I watched a video today, and like, you can kind of tell he acts stupid for no reason. I'm like, you know what? You actually have a point because you could tell the dude was smart as hell. Maybe I was like genius smart, but like he had it intelligent. Like he was an intelligent man because you know he probably, it's gonna sound bad, but he was a white man in Wells in the time, and what fucking, what was it, 1714 or some shit like that? No, probably 1700. He definitely has but their highest education level that they had back then. Even if his father was a poor farmer, he would have sent him to school because, you know, his wife probably would have been like, you know, our boy needs education. And saying it kind of feels like, say, like, this sounds bad, but like it's just the truth of the time period. Like, white men got a lot of extra privileges. So they were you know, above educated of all the other men. But then I just feel like he got too like get off that me being awkward as fuck about racism. The thing about him is his obsession with the observatory and money and trying to win Caroline back. It really like it was. Don't get me wrong, great for his character development, but like you could see him literally be like a happy guy, like pretty good. Then his quest for the observatory goes wrong, and he just fucking like goes into madness. And I'm like, you don't even know if this thing's real. You've heard rumors, you've seen the rumors and the pictures that everybody's seen, but like El Dorado. But I'm like 90% sure. Speaking of El Dorado,
What is he doing?
there's like somebody made a manga of Assassin's Creed, and it's of Edward finding the Fountain of Youth at El Dorado. That's just a funny little thing. But like, people thought that was real. Like, they heard stories, they saw like diagrams, pictures. Nobody has ever found that place, and if they did, they're eternal by now, and they're not telling anybody. My point being with that is that he got really obsessed because he's like, I can make a shit ton of money off that. And he drove his crew, who trusted him, that he saved, straight into this maddening quest that he didn't know would actually pay out. Like, if it was a galleon that had a million doubloons on it, or ruples, I don't know how to say it. I think it's ruples or rupees. You know, that would be okay. That if you lost track, to be like I say reasonable because you're stealing, but like understandable. Like, you chased this ship down and it got away. That's a valid crash out. Not some random thing that you know nothing about. Not even if it's real. Just know you could sell it for a ton of money. Then I've skipped Liberation, but I've never played Liberation. What I get from it is, it's her name. It's Ev something. Evelyn or no. You know who I'm talking about. I forget her name because I haven't played the game. I played like the fucking, or I think the farthest I got was like 2 missions into sequence 2. But like, she's just trying to please too many people. She just needs to focus on herself, honestly, is what I get from that game. And I haven't played, what, Freedom Cry? Bad at Wally was a great character. And, he does free a bunch of slaves, so he's on that. He worries about others too much, but when you're a slave and you get freed, of course you're going to want to free other slaves because you know what they've been through. So it's not like I'm going to gripe him for it. And he's smart for a black man in that time period. And he showed a lot of like character development in Edward's game. He even joined the Assassins before him because like, I know you. He's like, I know you're after the observatory, but join this cause and look for it and do better for the world. And Edward, of course, you know, is like, no, I want the money all to myself. You know, that's just his character. Then we got Shay. And Shay My only thing with him is that he did something that compromises morals and he wouldn't even hear anybody out. Which, granted, they could have kept him in the loop and it probably would have not fucked everything up. But since he was not a high-ranking assassin, they kept him out, and it drove him to thinking that they're going to go do what he did and cause a bunch of accidents.
Get off me! We are with you, friend. God grant you strength.
Bro, what the fuck? I'm gonna die. I have no medicine. That's actually fucking hysterical. Next is what, Arno? Yeah, it's Arno.
What happened here? Wait, you look a bit like...
Honestly,
No need to...
Arno's just kind of... I'm not gonna say he's bad. He's not a bad character. He's too impatient. That's the word. He's too impatient.
You should feel better. Çöreklerim! Aptal! Yeni pişirmiştim.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of him. Because he had good character development.
Please accept my apologies, Effendi.
And, he had something that was driving him. That was different from revenge or vengeance or blah blah blah. It was love. Love was the main driving force in this one. And vengeance, I guess, revenge. But his revenge kind of his revenge did not last very long. And it was more of a love standpoint. Which I wish they'd, like, try to, like, implement in the RPG. Just a different take on it. Because it was a good take. Like, I love the story of Unity. I love the Romeo and Juliet vibe. But, you know, I'm not a director, and I don't know if other people liked it. It was my cup of tea. It was to my appeal. Next are the Fry twins. I think if they worked together more, they'd be the epitome of the best main characters. But a game's too focused on Jacob. Don't get me wrong. I like the quirky quips that Jacob gives that are like cartoons. Some people dislike them. I find them funny. They're stupid funny, you know? it's like he's being all badass and shit, or if I'm in the fuck out of life, just fucking conk some Templar skulls and then he says some stupid shit and it's like, bro, like you don't have to say that. Well, Evie's the exact polar opposite. Stealth, cold, calculating. Well, Jacob's, they're both cold. Calculating, intelligent, tries to stay in the shadows, not even talk to whoever the hell she's trying to get to. And separately, they make good characters, but together, they make something good. Because
What would make a man?
Jacob uses his quirkiness on her, and she just dismisses him because she knows he's a fucking retard. They got a good dynamic. That's the word.
Most entertaining.
Next is... I'm missing any DLCs. I don't think so. I will say, I'm not the hugest fan of Arno and the Dead Kings one, just because he goes from his all excited to be assassin, yada yada yada, to Mr. fucking Depresso. And that shit bums me out. But other than his little how he gets better, that's pretty good. But I think somebody who's I'm gonna say almost great, because I haven't played the actual story, so I can't say so. But the little bit I have played and seen is Evie from the Jack the Ripper DLC in Syndicate, because she got a little bit of her older charm. She's not afraid to tell a joke. And she just puts the fear of God into grown men. And she's like a fucking 5'4" woman. Which I fuck with. Like they took, what? Femininity? You know what I'm trying to say, to like a whole new level. I'm thinking real quick. Hold on. Bam, 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 bam. Like bam, bam. You get all those fuckers. Go here, up and around, down, and right here. Run back, hit teleport to probably like right here or some shit. Then run over here. Okay, that's a plan. Also Jacob in the same DLC. You don't get to see much of him, but I think he's the epitome of, he's also in the realm of great. Like the best. Like he's either there or he's almost there. And the only reason I can't say it is because, again, I don't really know. Because he still has his jokes. But he's older, he has a kid, he's more serious. He doesn't joke all the time like he used to. He's not about brawling. He's like, he's not as smart as Ezio and Altair, but it's like the same thing. He got older. He got way wiser. He's reached the. He's got out of the. I'm not a. He got out of the. I'm a kid. I can say and do whatever I want, and I'm strong enough to reap the repercussions. He's reached the. I'm an adult man. I'll use my words instead of my fists. Even though that got him his ass kicked, but I like it. He's done the typical assassin thing to do. Grow wise, be the mentor, be that guy.
I know that. I'm sure of it.
We got. I think the next one is also part of the best I mentioned, and that is Bayek. And the only reason I say that is I do like how he's the first ever assassin, yada yada yada, but the reason I say it is because it's mainly that, just think of the first opening thing of Origins.
The Templars rule here.
That scared the fuck out of me. I'm not even gonna lie, my heart like started racing. I need one more. That scared me. I forgot about him. No, one of them hasn't attacked me in so long. But if you think about the opening, the very first thing you hear of him, we will find you when you sleep. Sleep. I don't sleep. I yada yada in the shadows. Boom, kills him. It was iconic. Whoever thought of that at Ubisoft, props. And it's just how he does more than all the assassins. Like he did a shit ton in his life. Like he would help every single person in need on his journey. He would attack with he's the rage from what happened in a controlled manner. He used it in his fights. He used that fury to attack, be relentless, but not be reckless. And then by the end of it, his character development was good. And freeing him was good. It just was all good. It's a great game. And if you don't like it, like I don't care if you are diehard fans of the old ones like this and you want them all to come back, that's all fine and dandy. But if you don't like Origins, there's something wrong with you. Because Odyssey, I beat it once. That game's a handful. It's fun, but a handful. And my save file got deleted, and then I can never get back into it because I get to like level 20, and I'm like, I've already been here, I've already done this, things are getting kind of stale. But you can say that about Assassin's Creed, period. Things are getting kind of stale, been there, done that. Yeah. And with that one, it's like split because there's two choices. And canonically, it's Cassandra. She's the main character. And you can make her whatever you want her to be. So it's like those ones you can't really like judge. While Eivor, you can. Because you're Eivor, man or woman, same thing, same person. Same. Same. You're the same. You're Eivor. And I'm gonna be honest. For what they were making, it was a great character. I do like how. Then this is just my the thing I liked about it like the most is it's not really a spoiler, honestly. It kind of is, but if you haven't seen it, anything on it, and you don't understand the cloak shadowy figure that's following him or her around all the time, it's fucking Odin. And I like how they use the as time goes on, mine's always a guy. Not out of sexism or anything, even though canonically I think it's a girl. I'll play a girl for my my run through when I actually play it for the channel. But I usually play the guy just because I don't know. It's just I don't like how they built female Eivor because they built her like a man, and nothing wrong with that personally. I don't really give a fuck, but like she has broad ass shoulders, but like not as broad as Eivor, but like I just Norwegian women aren't like that, and they're from Norway. They're Norwegians. I've seen real Norwegians before, and they're not like that. It just, you gotta say, it's just, I don't like how they're not like, I don't know. Maybe I haven't played it before, ever, actually, so I could just be like, first representation, I'm just being weird about it. Probably am. I just like playing a guy, and it's always been my thing, like my boy. Sorry. I used to be boy. My old friend.
He's quite funny, yes.
He always played females in games, and I always played males. So it's like there's never a clash. Like, well, two female, blah blah, like any of that. There's a female and a male character. I'd always play the male, and he always played the female. I don't know why. That fucks with a female character sometimes, but it's like I'll play the male character. Probably some conscious thing. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't really care either. I don't know what the hell's happening with my camera. Then you got Mercury.
I have whatever you need, from traditional medicines to
I was talking about Eivor, that's right. Ultimately, I like the wisdom they showed that they got. Because you can, you could literally see and hear that instead of just running Viking, they actually started using the hidden blade and and their bow. And it's like, I don't have to be a Viking all the time. Like, I have various tools, blah blah blah. They started adopting assassin ideology, but in the end, they denied and they said no. Bassin? No? Bassin? Honestly, I fuck with Bassin. I love the, you know what I'm saying, but I love like everything about that, like, because sorry, give me a second.
They kill any standing in their path indiscriminately, and they must be brought down with all haste.
Because they did the thing like they did with Ezio. They made him really young, like probably teenage years, traumatic event happens. He joins the assassins, goes to a training montage that we skip because they're like, been there, done that, we don't need another one. And I honestly, God, think that was the right choice. Like, that was probably one of the best decisions they made, because we don't need another training montage. We've seen it. They learned blah blah blah, they skipped it, and they just, like, here's how you fight, here's how you parry. You're not going to be fighting very much, because if you do, you're going to get fucked over. Yada yada yada. It's just, I guess the little things like that. Anyways. What else?
Someone should teach you a little respect.
Watch yourself.
I like that plot twist. I think that's why I fuck with it so much. Because it made everything make sense. It put the whole damn thing into place. Everything fit. It all made sense. There's no confusion. It was like, oh my god. I'm like, no wonder. For this, for that. You got Shadows next. Shadows is weird. I played it without the audio, so I have, like, honestly no clue what happens in the game. I just know, like, the events that I had to play, you know? Like the big, oh my god type of things. And I like the game, don't get me wrong. The game's great. It's just, I don't know how to say it, but it's just, Naue is just, yeah, I like Yasuke's character because, like, I like the assassin. I like Naue. I play Naue majority of my time. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I shit you not, played Naue, like the mission right before you got Yasuke, basically. I grinded about level 23 with her, just doing side content. And her character is just, I mean, she's a ninja. Like, she has a deep vengeance, I guess you can say. And I don't blame her with everything that happened, but kind of like Ezio in a way, where revenge is driving her, but she has something more than he did, because Ezio is always driven by that rage, that fuel. Then he's like, I want to learn more of this and that, and she's kind of the same. She's kind of like an Asian female version of what happened, but she's not as loved as much, and I know why. It's just, I can't put into words, you know? Who else do we have? No, I've reached the end of time. Oh, there's my water bottle. I'm thirsty.
I have never seen a stranger man.
The hell?
A bit old for that,
Huh.
isn't he?
I don't even know how I got on that topic. I just started rambling. I guess it gets like time. And on the video I watched today, it's like, I don't get how people could just say Assassin's Creed 2 is nostalgia. It was a good game, and they said it had the best mechanics, story, character, and parkour. And don't get me wrong, the story of that shit is actually phenomenal. I've said it. I think I've said it. It is a great fucking story. Mechanics? No. No. It had good mechanics. But there's no way in hell you can say it had the best mechanics. Then character, yeah, that's just, like I said, one of the best. But I don't like. You're driven by nostalgia. Like, you played it when you were a little kid, and that's why I can say it, like, view it openly, because the only one I played as a little kid was this one, and I only got to the gypsy mission before I couldn't do it anymore. But like 2 it's just like, it was what, 2012, no, 2008, 9, and then I can get like the overhyping of 2. I can always understand the overhyping of 2. It's just that Brotherhood, like they say, Brotherhood added so much to Assassin's Creed. I'm like, it added 2 of the key components that make this game awesome, and then like it's just so it's way better. I'm like, besides the 2 elements it added in the story that's pretty fucking good, it's the same game copied and pasted, and that's why I say it's overhyped most of the time, because it's literally just the same game again. And it's like, well, how can you say it's the same game again? Because it is. You're playing as the same character with the same, like, revenge, killing the same family. I'm like, Assassin's Creed. Okay, which one am I talking about?
Moving like the wind.
Play as Ezio Auditore. You're fueled by revenge, and you're going after the Borgia. Well, which one am I talking about? And you can't tell me. Oh, well, you can easily tell the 2 apart. Yeah, you can. But they're the same fucking game, just different. Because don't get me wrong, they both have their own unique, separate story, and both their stories are fucking phenomenal. It's just this, I don't want to say stupidity, because everybody has their own opinions, and I completely agree. You can have your own opinions, but when you call everybody out for saying it's overrated and nostalgia-wise, then you're wrong. Because I say it's top 2, top 3, probably the best game. I love Assassin's Creed 2 to death, because that's the only one I lied. I did play it as a kid. It's the only one I finished as a kid, though, because I had 2 in Revelations, and I can never beat Revelations. I'll leave them dog shit, but, you know, that's just between me and you. And I like Black Flag more. I like Rogue more. I like Rogue the most. Rogue's by far my favorite one. Then it goes Black Flag. Then it goes 2, 1, 3, Revelations, Brotherhood. No. 2 Revelations, brother. 2 Revelations. Then 1. Then 3. Then Brotherhood. But with me going back, that was my like very first oldest. Before I restarted all of them. Because now it changes. Because a lot of them are good. There's a lot of good elements to all of them. Like I said, 2, I still like it. It's a fucking great game. I love it. There's 10 of them. Why am I missing? It's 2 of them over here. Yeah, like I was saying, it's just you can't look me in the eyes and tell me they're not the same game. And you can't say, well, you can't just say nostalgia's driving me to answer like this. It is. What else is it, man? But I'll jump off their case because
Cowardly ways. You must find
he's
the
entitled to that
spying
opinion.
agents of the evil one.
And, you know, if he wants to think that way and be ignorant, go for it. Because that's like the same type of thinking that's like, 2's the best game ever.
Most interesting.
But I can say, give him credit. You know, credit is due. He may say 2's the best one ever, but he does like the RPGs as well. So it's like, he's not like him. But that's like the same with the people who are saying, I like the old ones, I like Assassin's Creed 2. The new ones are bad. The new ones aren't bad. Valhalla, that game is a fucking push. Like, you have to have a certain mental fortitude to play that game, because I lose my mind playing it. It's too long for its own good. But once you get past all the links, it's really good. Never played any of the DLCs though. I heard the Dawn. No, the ones. There's like a weird dwarf walking simulator thing. I don't know. I heard it's weird as fuck, and it's not the best. And I can believe that.
No, you see those daily mercenaries from the net?
But you can't be ignorant like that, you know. Sure, you can have the game you like the most, but you can't call the other games bad just because you're always looking. That's why I say nostalgia filled, because everybody's like, 2's the best, 2's the best, all the other ones are bad. Then they're like, it's not like this, it's not like that. It's like, you're literally trying to make it Assassin's Creed 2. Like, it's not Assassin's Creed 2. It's its own entity. That's why I try to, like, I talk about how I hate him and I like him, I play him. But I'm just giving, like, honest to God feedback on the game.
What is the matter with you?
Like, just honest to God feedback. And like I said, I'm entitled to my own opinion. But, like, it's like, oh, well, you know, that's different from this game, but that's actually better. Or it's like, oh, that's different from the other ones, but worse. Like the parkour. Not gonna lie, it gets better to control, but it gets a little sloppy all over in 3. It's just not as refined. I guess you could say, well, in 4, they make it like the old one, but it's better. 4 is the gen you want because you can. Because the thing I like about him is I like to be able to hold down my LT, no, RT button in sprint. Like that's my sprint button. I don't like how the RPGs you just push forward in your auto sprinting, but then you can take it off, but then you have no buttons to bind it to. Well, you don't auto sprint, but you left joysticks to sprint. But I have overcome that, and I'm like, it's not that bad of a change. It's like every other video game now. I'm like, Assassin's Creed has finally brought itself into the 20th century. And like, well, what about the 21st century? Yeah, I am. I'm kidding. Kidding. But it's finally brought itself out of the technological Stone Age. It's finally like, well, let's just do what everybody else is doing and make it better. But I can ramble on about it. But I'll chill out there because we're almost done. We gotta teleport, go collect the last two, and then that's the end of the collectible hunt because we already have all the other collectibles in the game. Because after you guys requested, joking, after my own self-criticism, I said I don't like, well, I want to do collectibles because I said 100%, but the treasure chest I'm not going to subject you guys to watch because, and only because of this reason, you can buy, maybe in 3 because there's not that many, but in this, you can buy maps for all fucking 5 bajillion of them, 5 bajillion hundred of them. So you don't need me to be like, yeah, here's this one, this one, this one. Well, this one, it usually doesn't pop up like this, but it is for some reason. Don't know, don't care. It's just, oh no, it's good, it's nice. It's because I could collect them all and just like show a clip like, here's 100%, blah blah blah. But then I'm like, that's just lazy. That's like me being a bum. Like I could do that, or I could just show you. Because these usually don't show up in the other ones. I don't know if I did something, or yada yada yada. But it's doing it. So we're gonna rock with it, you know? Then I'll stream the Lost Archive whenever I get the chance. So probably tomorrow or something. Or right now. I can probably do a couple because now it's like, do I want to... I'm pretty sure there's only like 5 sequences. And I say 5 quote unquote because there's like 5 story mission things to it. And I'm tempted. I don't know how long they're gonna be. That's probably why I won't stream them right now since it's 11:30. But it's, I don't know. I feel like I should just do like per door per mission, so it's like shorter content. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. Thoughts rolling, but I know I was yapping about that for a minute. I was really mad. I don't care. Something that filled a void of silence. But with this one, we've now officially 100%ed Assassin's Creed. See, they're all got, but they don't like to show them, which is weird. There's the achievement. I just got it. See, I got all of them, but this one and the one beside it, they don't like glow finished. But that's everything. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.